In Advent Children, she has larger eyes and around the face, with a remake backlash resulting in some Japanese players to complain that she is long-faced with angular features, going as far to claim that she now looks like a Western man.
White chicks.
Dr. Taylor.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me this isn't Dr. Taylor? Guess I have to cancel my 2 o'clock appointment then. Today, folks, I want to juxtapose 2 news stories together. One will be shorter than the other for obvious reasons when you see this. And oh my god, the cope and the seed and the unoriginality that is Kimberly, the CEO and founder of Sweet Baby Inc.
I am the crazed CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., the DEI-obsessed censorship mafia who is currently ruining and wokeifying all of the video games that you've ever played.
I have an IQ of 48 and am what some people call mentally retarded.
Hello! She's back in the news headlines again because I guess she hates it when other people out there get more coverage, way more bonus points than she does. And what exactly am I talking about? Well, stick around, folks. Come closer, that's it. And let me get your face in the center so I can do this.
Who is this hero?
Could this really be it?
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog came here to motorboat fun bags and kick ass. And he's all out of titties.
It's a f***ing video game.
Now, courtesy of thatparkplace.com from a new reporter called Forrest Manus, make of that surname what you will, wrote the following article. Sweet Baby Inc. Blessed. Curator tries to strike back at Brutus Rambo, the man who warned us a few years ago about Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. Remember that? And how Sweet Baby themselves wanted to take down that curator Steam page that was already gaining momentum and actually kickstarted Brutus's YouTube channel as well. It's kind of funny how those things worked, but obviously not content with this, Kim has set up her own curator Steam page. Exactly what it's called, because blessed be that our Sweet Baby Inc. games have done no harm to anyone. The latest harm they've done is Tales of the Dire Shire, that bastardization of J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved Lord of the Rings franchise. Yeah, that game.
Tales of the Shire disappoints every step of the way. Those dreams have vanished deep in the depths of Angband.
I told you this is one story I'm not going to be spending too much time on today, but it kind of links into the other story I want to talk about. So Sweet Baby Inc. Blessed focuses on providing partisan commentary, mostly labeling games with based, DEI detected, and Sweet Baby Inc. involved, without explaining how these projects have been blessed or made better. Very few reviews go beyond this, and when they do,
if you do, and if you do, and if you do,
if it's woke, that equals good, and if it's not woke, it's bad, which is just the reverse of what we normally think of a woke video game. Interestingly, the author actually broke the trend of supporting pro-DEI developers by discouraging readers from playing Suicide Squad Kills Batman. That's what we're going to call it, which is yet another Sweet Baby Inc. game, which is fondly remembered for ruining one of the most beloved franchises ever. Of course, we've got this abomination here wearing the LGBT Pride flag uniform. And by the way, that's not a joke. This was part of Pride celebrations this year or last year with Mrs. Freeze, because God knows you just can't have Mr. Freeze parading around like a ridiculous unicorn. Now look, they've actually highlighted Dustborn here. Now you know what? I have given Dustborn so much shit, so much grief, but the only thing I will say is kudos to the Norwegian dude, the white guy, that actually had the gumph, the actual gumption, that's what I meant to say, to actually get this game made. Is it terrible? Yes. Is it cannon fodder for YouTubers to absolutely rip the piss out of it on a live stream? Yes, of course. It's all those things. It made YouTubers money because it's such a terrible game. I have played some of the game, I haven't played all of it, and I know that's a threat that other people might want to throw onto me by buying me this as a gifted item on Steam. Well, if you do that, I'm not going to accept it. But honestly, you know, what we say about this, the game was cringe from the start. It knew what it was out to do, and it, like I said, it just had courage behind it, even if it was misguided courage to get that made. And I actually want to talk about this other story, which is definitely worth highlighting in so many ways. And I'm not sure if I prefer Atsu's face or Jordan. Is that her face? I don't really care at this stage. From the Heretic Prophet. I mean, they're both hideous as each other. But look at this. Again, Marvin Montanaro here. The rumor is Sony could ditch Western studios and may go back. They might go crawling back to Japanese devs for traditional storytelling, for exclusives. Okay, because guess what? If Yote and Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, which by the way is the project name for this game, but then if that's the case, why don't you call it Project Heretic rather than giving it this ridiculous Jewish title? I'm going to call it that because it's very biblical language, isn't it? But of course, we all know, again, that this game will absolutely fail. The actual ratio that this game has gotten, like the trailer alone, you could just see Neil Druckmann's stinky winky skid marks all over it. The reason why he got rid of Amy Hennig while they were working on Uncharted 4 back in the day, 2015/16, because he knew going forward how he wanted to run Naughty Dog into the ground. But let's carry on here, folks, because this article is pretty wild. It is a rumor, I must stress that, but a source close to Sony tells that part place internal discussions in Japan suggest a major strategic reset, which could be coming for PlayStation's exclusive lineup, exclusive in air quotes that should be. According to our source, both Ghost of Yote and Intergalactic from Naughty Dog are being viewed as last chances for Western developers to land major exclusives under the company's current direction. Now hold on a second, because we've got Wolverine coming out next year, around November maybe, so that's going to be the third title being released, maybe the second if it all fails. I mean, the way Intergalactic the Prophet is going, we should get an official release date next year. That's what I'm thinking. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it is released next year, because why, bro, are they prolonging the agony on this game? Why haven't we seen any new marketing trailers for Heretic Prophet? Why haven't we got any news outlets reporting on it and sitting Neil Druckmann down, who will yet no doubt attack gamers because they hate him, his reputation, this game, which looks like a saggy bunch of tits in a box. That's what I'm gonna call it. In fact, if they call it that, I would probably go and buy the game.
For Naughty Dog's upcoming game Intergalactic, Heretic Prophet mocked gamers by sharing pro-DEI fan art. These are games that definitely are anti-gamer. These companies hate you. They have to be boycotted.
But Neil says not to worry, that this next game is going to deal with a much less controversial subject matter.
Oh, we made a game with The Last of Us 2. We made certain creative decisions that got us a lot of hate. So the joke is like, you know what, let's do something that people won't care as much about. Let's make a game about faith and religion.
But honestly, joking aside, I would not play this game. Maybe for £1 million, but then afterwards you might have to give me a lobotomy so I forgot what I actually partook in. But yeah, I think with the Wolverine game coming out, that's probably going to be a bit of a death knell too. This cannot be Jean Grey in the game. Oh my god. Oh, because what did that trailer tell us 2 weeks ago? Not a lot. Just Wolvie stabbing people. You see him as Weapon X and you see him as Wolverine. And that's it. What's the story? What's Mystique, the man who looks like a woman pretending to be a man? What's she got to do with it? Or are they just playable characters going on fetch quests? Do you see what I mean? It doesn't actually make a great deal of sense. The new video game in development, under development, has Sweet Baby Inc. on board as advisors. If they want to go back to Japan, well, in 2021, Sony closed down most of Team Asobi in Japan, who are producing and making games for Sony in the West. So I know the strands of that particular studio are now embedded within Sony itself in the West. But the interesting thing I want to come to here, folks, is that Sony apparently, if this rumor is true, they are citing China on the gaming market as being the absolute winners, with Genshin Impact, Wukong, and Wuthering Waves, or even Waves, as a reason to change. I mean, Wuthering Waves is pretty much a cool title, right? Because everybody loves that game and the others. Now, I want to say that while South Korea scored massive bonus points for Stellar Blade, you had Vindictus Defying Fate, also from South Korea, just sinking without a trace. I don't think that game's been officially released. I played the demo. I was underwhelmed by it.
Are you a big fan of Clannad, the Irish group? Yes, I am.
Let's go on over to YouTube itself and have a quick glance at Genshin Impact, this phenomenal video game, which I've never played, but again, from what the reaction from people has been, is that it's absolutely amazing. It's got the Zelda-like qualities, you've got some interesting characters, which I truly appreciate. I mean, again, male and female characters, right? No in-between, because there is no in-between.
Genshin Impact is a free-to-play action-adventure RPG where you play a vague and mysterious traveler from another world. You arrive in the land of Teyvat, where you're attacked by some kind of sorceress or god or something, and your twin is immediately captured. That sets you on a quest to find your lost sibling that involves a whole lot of picking fruit,
I actually didn't know this was free to play, but that's very impressive. I would assume there's no microtransactions, but someone can correct me below. And look, here is the Resonator Showcase for Wuthering Waves. And I keep saying Waves. Wuthering Waves. I'm sounding like Jonathan Ross here, but have a look at this. I mean, if you want to know why the Chinese video game industry is appealing more to Western video gamers here, well, this opening scene will probably explain everything to you.
They really opened up back office.
I mean, goddamn, dude.
The usual.
This is the upfront. Finish the job.
Just tell me, is it a worthy opponent?
Help me!
I mean, goddamn, dude. Oh. I mean, I'm a leg and breast man, but today I think I'm going to settle for the latter, shall we say. So this is it. This is what gamers want to play. Not this shit instead. If only I could commit bulimia on screen, then you'll know how I feel. But there you have it, folks. I mean, what are we talking about, bros? You know China is winning the Westerners over with their video games. Black Myth Wukong, while I've never played it properly, yeah, I can see that game has a special place in people's hearts. In fact, even China allowed a lot of workers that day of its release to finish work early or to take the day off work and play the video game in its entirety. And look, I've got to add one more game from China to the list. You know what I'm going to say? Tides of Annihilation.
So, you're after the night for something else?
That's right. You mind your business and I'll mind mine. Don't trust her. She's a psycho.
Oh, Mordreth and Gwendolyn. And when you look at that game, you know there's a story there. China will not release a half-baked game to the masses, knowing that's what the West always does in this current stage. And I tell you what, when you think about what EA is going through, selling themselves off to the Saudis, I'll be very curious to see if things like Mass Effect actually get shelved. And again, while I don't want to talk about them too much in this video, I want to go back to Naughty Dog and Sony quite quickly, because again, look at God of War, Ragnarok, right? And that ridiculous, oh, let's race swap Angrboda because we can't have a white red-headed girl from, oh, I don't know, Viking Norse mythology. Oh, we cannot have that. Nope, let's just race swap characters and make it absolutely retarded beyond belief.
The first mods for God of War Ragnarok have arrived. The first thing players fixed Angrboda, the wife of the Scandinavian god Loki, making her white. However, the mod did not live long. The sites began to remove it for the reason of discrimination against black people.
Because you're black.
When you get things like that from Sony, and also you get IGN even making a video which went absolutely viral from one of their journos stating that they don't like the Sony output now because it's all the predictable same tropes we always see. It's always a revenge mission.
It's the stable of developers has become seemingly obsessed with stories that explore the exact same themes, grief and revenge. And I'm starting to get a little tired of it.
Everybody's resigned, aren't they? Am I hopeful for a brand new Uncharted game? No, that ship has sailed so much into the distance. I don't care anymore. I've got my old Uncharted games to replay whenever I want to, in the comfort of my own living room with my new badass system, so I don't have to worry about any of that at all. But what about you folks? What do you think? Do you not care about games anymore? Do you think that maybe the advent of physical games actually being played on discs sent to us by China, you might have some spyware in there perhaps, who knows? But at this stage folks, it really depends if you want to take that risk or not. Play a good video game that actually, or I don't know, entertains you, or maybe just wait for the slop, the AAA slop that comes out from the anus of Naughty Dog, and then immediately get a refund when you see what they've actually landed on your laps. And on that one folks, if you were me and if I were you, you should definitely return, as I'm gonna do right here, for the next video.